You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. Your love changes everything. There's something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. 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 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. Oh, there's something about your love. Something about your love changes everything in my body. Oh, something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. I am pre-recording this, so I can't see any of your beautiful faces popping in on the comments, but still do it. Still comment. Let your presence be known. But yeah, we are building a deck, a ramp today. So I am on my way to do that. But I wanted to jump in here and talk about Psalms 119 verses uh, 73 through 80. So I'm going to pull that up on your screen. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger for you. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. All right. Um, so yeah, we are going to be starting here in 73. This is Psalms 119, verses 73. Your hands made me and formed me. Uh, Give me understanding to learn your commands. May those who fear you rejoice when they see me, for I have put my hope in your word. I know, Lord, that your laws are righteous, and that in faithfulness you have afflicted me. Um, May your unfailing love be my comfort, according to your promises to your servant. Let your compassion come to me, that I may live, for your law is my delight. May the arrogant be put to shame for wronging me without cause, but I will meditate on your precepts. May those who fear you turn to me, those who understand your statutes. May I wholeheartedly follow your decrees, that I may not be put to shame. Man, um, there's so much good stuff here. But I wanted to actually jump back up to where is it? Um, let's go to verse 67, where it says, before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I obey your word. Um, and I love this, and like it just keeps going. You are good, and what you do is good. Teach me your decrees. And so, I mean, sometimes, we've all heard that saying that God chastens those who he loves. And like sometimes trials, or I mean, it's scripture too. Trials produce patience or perseverance, and perseverance, hope, and um, like sometimes when we need to go through some stuff, like we're in this refining fire. Like God is using trials. Sometimes they're not caused by God. Sometimes it's messes that we've created ourselves, and we got to sit in them. But sometimes trials teach us and they grow us, and we get to mature. In that thing. And so I love that in verse 67, where it says, before I was afflicted, I went astray, right? I got into this place where it was like, I'm doing stuff, right? And I got in my head, like, I'm doing this stuff. Like I got some skills and I got some wisdom, and man, I can do all things, right? I'm this, I'm building myself up. I'm becoming arrogant, and becoming boastful, and because I'm thinking that everything that I'm doing is the result of my own labor and my own thing, you know. Um, and we start getting, hey, Pastor Tom's popping in here.
Are you
How's it
recording?
going? I'm recording right now.
I thought you were going live, and I'm going, what's he doing? It said live on my thing, and I'm going, he's going live. He's going to go right over Steve Giroux.
Oh, no, I just pre-recording it.
All
So,
right, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to bust in.
no, all good. All right. So we are, yeah. Sometimes we get in this place where we're being boastful. We're thinking we got it all figured out. All we're doing all this stuff on our own, and then God just kind of says, "All right, you can do that." And we get to the end of ourselves. We get to these places where it's just like, actually, I'm not that. Like, actually, I don't know what I'm doing here, right? Like, I'm in over my head, um, and like that, like God's sometimes it's the mercy. I think it's the mercies of God that sometimes He lets us sit in these messes to show us, man, we can't do everything on our own, and it's okay to be dependent on Him. It's okay to lean in on Him, and it's actually right. It's like that's what we're supposed to do. God created us, right? He created man to put us into the garden of encounter, the garden where He dwelt with man. He walked and talked with us, right? And so before we ate the fruit, before we ate the fruit of I think I know better than God, right? Like all our knowledge of everything around us came from God. Like we were totally 100% dependent on God to reveal to us what we're actually seeing, right? Like I didn't know what a tree was until God told me, right? Like that was Adam didn't know what grass was. He didn't know what these things were until he walked with God and God explained all of it to him. And so that's where we need to get back to, is to stop saying, man, I think I know some stuff, but actually it's just like, God, would you show me? Would you reveal what, like, I have a picture of what I think this is. I have some earthly wisdom on this situation and what I should do. But God, I want to give it to you because I know that your ways are higher than mine. Your thoughts are higher than mine. And I want your input on this situation and how I should do it. And so then we get back to that scripture and it says, where do I, oh, there we go. And so then, we come, to 73 and it says, your hands made me, right? Like you formed me, right? You are my creator, right? How, man, you can't see me. And the thing, let me get this out of here. I don't know how to get it out of there. Boop. There we go. Now you can see me. So your hands made me, like He's my creator. And so seeing that you created me, you formed me, you know what's best. You know what you've put in me more so than I know what's in me. And so, man, I'm going to trust you, right? You formed me and gave me understanding to learn your commands, right? You didn't just form me, but then you gave me an owner's manual, right? You gave me tools that I could actually figure this stuff out with. You gave me understanding to learn your commands. May those who fear you rejoice when they see me, for I have put my hope in your word. Come on, somebody. I know, the Lord, that your laws are righteous, and that in faithfulness you have afflicted me. It was the faithfulness of the Lord that afflicted me to wake me up to say, man, there's something, I'm missing something. I can have a life and life more abundantly by following the one who created it all, right? And so may your unfailing love be my comfort. I don't want to bring comfort to myself. I don't want to, I love the story of Abraham, right? So Abraham was this man who had numerous wealth, like he had so much gold and so much cattle and all these things that like he was so blessed, more than he knew what to do with. And he didn't care anything. He was on this journey to look for a city whose builder and maker was the Lord. And that should be our lives. Like we shouldn't be pursuing material things. Material things will come and go. But our pursuit is after God. Our pursuit is getting closer to the one. And we want to, our pursuit is to that same city whose builder and maker is God. And so let your compassion come to me that I may live, for your law is my delight. Let's delight in his word. May the arrogant be put to shame for wronging me without cause, but I will meditate on your precepts. May those who fear you turn to me, those who understand your statutes. May I May I wholeheartedly follow your decrees, that I may not be put to shame. God, I want to follow you for the rest of my life, every single day for the rest of my life, right? I hope this was a blessing and an encouragement to you. Yeah, I know it blesses me. And so get into his word, study his word. Let's be guided by the words of Christ and the words of the creator of it all, right? He formed you. He knows you better than you know himself. And so why not pick up that owner's manual? Why not sit at his feet and glean all that he has to give you? So be encouraged, be blessed. We'll be back here at 9 for some prayer. That's it, y'all. See you later. Bye.